of about 2,000 vehicles by clicking on our ad at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Your information station, WTIM.
Welcome in to WTIM, your information station. My name is Tim Zalabak, your host of WTIM's Morning Show. We'd like to thank our sponsors before we get going here with another great interview. People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better at Landmark. On the line right now is the superintendent of Kincaid School District, Chris Clark. Mr. Chris Clark, how are you today?
Doing well, man. Thank you for having me today on this holiday season.
Yeah, without a doubt. Super good to have you, especially this time of year. We were talking Christmas time, the holiday season, the end of the school semester in 2023. So many things going on. Mr. Chris Clark, I would love to get started with just a little look back into 2023. What comes to mind when you're talking about this year and how it was successful?
Oh, just seeing movement in the right direction, progress. That's what we like to see. Shaping some of these young kids, doing different things, both academically, both social and emotional, and as far as on the athletic fields or courts, just seeing the movement towards success and all the energy and time and effort that teachers, coaches are putting in, and you know, the kids, give credit to them of all the hard work that they're doing too. Just looking back, enjoying how hard people are working around here and to make South Fork a great place. So, you know, that's what comes to mind whenever I look at the first semester of it. And hopefully that continues, that we always strive to be better the next day and keep working on improvement.
Absolutely sounds so great. The end of the year is such a great time to look back and say, wow, we really did make a lot of progress this year. And then we're going to get right into it here. Let's stick with academics for a little bit. What kind of movement did you see this year? What kind of things was the school district doing in order to see that positive trend?
Yeah, our junior high was identified last year with some different test scores and some truancy rates and different things like that. And you know, they had a planning year last year of school improvement and what some stuff we're going to do to make movement on it. They really focused in some reading and math areas with some direct tutoring and some, you know, guidance counseling with some of those targeted kids, and just seeing the growth in the test scores as far as our local assessments with different things of, you know, getting up and around 75% of kids are at grade level on the math statistics and reading levels and different things like that we see. And hopefully it pans out on the state testing, the 1 year snapshot that we have. But on our local assessments and everything, we're really seeing that movement at the junior high. Really, really good. Elementary just put in a new ELA curriculum. You know, they're working hard at it. There's some adjustment times with some things, but hearing some real positive things coming out of that, and teachers are excited about it. They are going through a planning year this year here too. So they'll be implementing a new school improvement plan starting next year, really probably focusing a lot on the math, because I know how hard they worked last year focusing on ELA and developing plans to improve those scores, and that's where our new curriculum come out of. So this year they're really focusing on math and what we can do to help those young kids at the math level and grow it and get better at those things.
Sure. It's all sounds great right there. And the state testing, you know, coming up and all those things and improving an ELA. It's so great. I can't do math, so I'm hoping that these kids, you know, they have a they have the correct educators over there. I know that, and they have some great motivators over there. That is awesome. You talk a little bit about truancy, which is a common theme among superintendents, and might just be throughout the nation right now in high schools and all schools. What have you guys been doing to keep kids in the classroom and get them out of bed in the morning?
You know, hitting them early, you know, identifying them, you know, they miss those first couple days. It's not letting them get into 10 days. You know, after that second or third day of a targeted kid, you know, we got people over here that are meeting with those kids. Hey, what's going on? What are you doing? What can we help you with? Why are you not making it? You know, and then when they do start getting behind a little bit, we also have those people to help them make up some of that work, because sometimes when they fall so far behind, they just don't see the light at the end of the tunnel, and they're like, all right, I'm gonna just keep missing because there ain't no point in it at this point. But our aides over here have done a fabulous job of reaching out to those kids, meeting with those kids. The elementary, they do a great job of communicating with parents, just getting them involved. The elementary, sometimes it seems like missing a day is not really important for families sometimes in different things, but that one day could be a big difference in it. And we don't want kids to just come and go at the elementary level. We want them there every single day learning and growing. So yeah, reaching out and staying connected with the families. We've kind of always talked about this, you from the bigger school, and that's being a real small school. We have those individual connections with kids that we know the families, that we can hit, that we can talk to, that we can, really try to understand what's going on so we can help meet their needs.
Yeah, that can be a deadly cycle right there of saying, hey, I've already missed this amount of days. How much is it going to help if I show up now? That's going to be cut off, and it looks like it's going to be started here, even with the earlier ages. You're really, really utilizing your small community feel there, your relationships with the public, and finding out the reasons why kids aren't getting into the classroom. How important are those relationships within the community to ensure that you can have those open lines of conversation and really get to the bottom of the issues?
Yeah, I mean that's where you gain so much ground when you can meet at their level. You can understand what's going on with things. You can talk to them. You can build relationships.
Yeah.
I mean, anything is about relationships that you can build. You build those relationships. You start to form a little bit of a trust. You come back. You have that line of communications with them. They have a little bit more trust in you, that you're doing what's best for them too, and they just feel good about being reached out from the school and talked to and being involved in it.
Totally. Talking a little bit about the academic success here in 2023 for the Kincaid South Fork School District with Chris Clark, their superintendent. What a great movement that is being made over there. Now, you mentioned a little bit about some sports success in 2023. What did that look like over in South Fork Kincaid School District?
Yeah, we started the year with some football and volleyball. Volleyball, we co-op with Edinburgh. Football, Morrisonville and Edinburgh come over and play with us. Football had a very successful year, made a nice playoff run, got into the playoffs, hosted our first playoff game in, about 30 years now. We hosted it. So it was a great atmosphere. The whole community come out and supported. Unfortunately, we were not successful in the game, but just seeing the community come out and the support they gave for that football team was awesome. With the first year head coach and the success we had a couple individuals, make some all state teams and other ones make all area teams. So we had some great success in that. I know the volleyball team won, I think they ended up with the traveling trophy in the MSM conference at one point with it. So they had some good things. And right now we're kind of in the middle of basketball seasons. We host the high school girls basketball and the junior high boys basketball. Both teams are doing awesome. Both teams are bringing home hardware already. I know the high school girls went over to a Waverly tournament of 8 teams and took home first place hardware. Went over to a Macon tournament, Meridian area, and come home with a second place hardware from it. Our 8th grade team is, I think they've lost one game on the year, and don't quote me on that one, but they're off and rolling. And the 7th grade team is continuously improving, getting better and better. A team that they played earlier in the year and got blown out by, they end up beating them later, a little bit closer to Christmas. So you start seeing the coaches' impact on them and the improvement they're making with some stuff. Just got done talking to the 5th and 6th grade coach. They're in a holiday tournament right now, and he said they did well last night. They won 2 games. So just hearing all those things from the coaches and the improvement they're making and how hard the kids are working and it shows in their records and their hardware they're bringing home.
So many team and individual successes throughout the 2023 year. And when you hear that your school is to be host to these basketball tournaments or a home playoff game, what does that mean to you? And, do you see that, oh man, the community is going to get fired up for this? This is going to be a reignition. What are your thoughts when you are going to be host to these big events?
I mean, you host the home playoff game. like I said, the atmosphere was unbelievable. That the football field surrounded. We have a pretty unique football field as it is. We don't have a track to say, so people are kind of right on the field with it, and the whole place was surrounded. Just the atmosphere that the kids got to play in, and the community support that we saw was just overwhelming, and very appreciative with it. And I know the kids, the coach, we talk about it all the time, how that's going to be a life memory, and just seeing what people care and come out and support you.
Yeah. A special year here for the South Fork Kincaid School District in their academics and in their athletics. It's been a great year for them. We're going to take ourselves a little break here, but we're sitting down with Chris Clark, the superintendent of Kincaid South Fork School District. My name's Tim Zalabak, your host of WTIM's Morning Show. Do not go anywhere. We will be right back.
Your information station, WTIM.
Let's check the markets now on the RFD Radio Network. I'm Jim Taylor. Corn, beans, and wheat all trading lower at this hour. March corn down 3.5, 476 3/4. May corn down 3.5, 488 3/4. And December new crop 507 down 2.5. January beans 1304.5 down 8 3/4. March beans down 8 3/4, 1310 1/4. November new crop 1256 3/4 down 8.5. March wheat 620.5 down 15 3/4. July wheat down 14 1/4, 638 3/4. January bean meal 399.10 down 410. January bean oil 47.13 down 78 cents. Livestock market, January feeders 224.65 up $1.10. December live cattle up 12 cents, 170.70. February lean hog 69.02 down 27 cents. Energy market, February crude oil down 71 cents, 74.86. Jim Taylor, RFD Radio Network.
If you're like most people, finding extra money for your savings just doesn't happen. Hi, this is Jeff Grimmett at People's Bank and Trust, and we have the solution you've been looking for. Sign up for our Save by Spending Roundup program, and we'll round up your purchases to the next dollar, then transfer that change to your savings account. It's as easy as shop, enjoy, and save. Start saving for the things you really want with our Save by Spending Roundup program. Call 888-PBT-1954 and let us put you and your savings first. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The NFL is on Westwood One.
Handoff, Peterson breaking to the clear. Far side, Peterson, 40, 35. Peterson, good night.
Tune in all season long for the NFL's biggest games and most exciting players. If it's the NFL, it's right here.
Follow the NFL on WTIM AM and FM for Sunday afternoon doubleheaders, Monday night and Thursday night football, the divisional championships, and the Super Bowl. Brought to you by
Jeff Peabody, your country financial agent. First National Bank, Specialized Hearing Solutions. McClure Halberg Insurance. Blakely Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Taylorville Vision Source, C&B Bank and Trust. Kirby Real Estate. Christian County YMCA, Taylorville Memorial Hospital, Advanced Title Group, Joe's Pizza, and Brad Davis, your Edward Jones financial advisor.
Scott Primer here from Locust Grove Church near Assumption. We're spreading the good news of Christ in person and online. Come join our family or watch our video sermon podcast by clicking our icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Mike Asali here, owner of Schaefer, Perfetti, and Asali Funeral Home, Taylorville's only locally owned and operated funeral home. We honor lives and celebrate memories. Find out all about the services we provide by clicking our icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Your information station, WTIM.
Welcome back to the WTIM Morning Show. I'm your host, Tim Zalabak, and today we are sitting down with Chris Clark, the superintendent for Kincaid South Fork School District. It's been a great conversation so far. We're going to thank our sponsors before we move forward here, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better at Landmark. Once again, it is Chris Clark from the Kincaid South Fork School District. He is their superintendent. We talked about a little 2023 recap there of all the athletic and academic successes there. We're going to stay with the 2023 year here just a little bit and find out what the Kincaid South Fork School District has been doing to keep up to date on the social, emotional, and mental health of their students. Mr. Chris Clark, what do you got for this?
Yeah, I mean, at the junior, senior high level, we got an awesome lady in Mrs. I who does a fabulous job working with kids, helping them out, development, everything needs. she really understands kids, and she does a great job building relationships with those kids. So when there is instances that happen, she has that relationship to go back on and work with. So, she does an awesome job over here at the elementary. We implemented a new program over there this year. Got Miss Delakis, who is a first-year educator coming out of college, working on her degree as a guidance counselor. So we got her over there in the building, a hometown girl. She knows family. She's working with them. Kids get to see her. Not too long ago, she was walking our hallways. So she knows who they are. She understands them. She knows the family. Kids can look up to her as a person who, accomplished great things out of here. She's got a great family, all the different things to help those kids understand them, know where they're at, and be at their level. So we got some great people doing some great things.
Really awesome to hear a guidance counselor moving into the elementary school area, and of course a local that'll make things just a little bit easier in terms of relationships, like you said right there. You said you guys are educating. She's taking some classes right now to get that. Are you guys helping out with that?
Yeah,
Cool.
We actually are in a program to help her grow and get some stuff. So she'll be doing her internship next year with us and be full blown ready to rock and roll.
Oh, absolutely. Sounds super great. What was the name of that teacher, guidance counselor?
Miss Delakis.
Awesome. Well, so she's gonna be doing some good work there in the elementary school. Anything left for the 2023 season that's hitting your brain right now that you would like to get out there, or should we move into our next semester?
Yeah, nope. Just
cool.
Keep going well.
Yeah.
Keep doing good things.
Yes, sir. All right. So the kiddos are on break for a little bit longer. We were talking about the nice long break they get, of course, the staff as well. But now as we look into the 2024 year, let's talk goals. What do you got your sights set on?
Yeah, the elementary, we've really focused around the math area. We're really going to take a hard look at that and see what we can do to get them there. At the junior, senior high, we're going to continue on with our school improvement plan. Really hitting that truancy hard, getting kids here to learn. We're going to continue to recruit quality educators to get in here and help our kids.
Totally. Sounds super great right there. And you're talking about math a lot. Was there a push in the past for more ELA topics? Did you mention that?
Well, yeah, we went through a study. We looked at some stuff. Our curriculum was a little behind. So, yeah, we got up to date with that, and we got a solid ground on it. You never want to tackle too much at one time. So, we kind of blocked it out, and ELA was our first focus. Now we can shift it a little bit.
Sure. Now, for math, do you go after the curriculum? Do you go after the way it's taught, the methods? What kind of things do you look at for that?
Well, that's in the study. That's the first year putting it together, identifying stuff. Are there trends? Are we missing things in the curriculum? Are we doing some things on the instructional side where, we might be teaching the same thing 3 different times at 3 different levels? You start mapping out stuff. You're looking at things, trying to make that whatever it is, because it's curriculum or instruction.
Sure.
Those are the 2 areas you look at. Definitely curriculum's always a big thing. The instructional side, the adult practices are also huge in it too.
So awesome. And Mr. Chris Clark, in our last minute here, I wish we had more time to talk about this, but for another resource here for the older students, the CACC, real quick, explain what this is to our listeners, please.
Yeah, it's a career center up in Springfield for our kids to develop work skills, to be successful outside of the school setting, to develop careers that they can grow into, that they can become jobs and have well-paying jobs into the future as opposed to college.
Wow. And just so important. Have kids been taking to that program?
Yeah. We have, I think, 20 some kids up
Wow.
there right now that really take advantage of it and are doing great things in it.
Really, really great to hear. Mr. Chris Clark, I really appreciate you for taking the time today and sitting down with us.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me, man. You have yourself a good New Year.
Absolutely. You as well. That's Chris Clark, the superintendent for Kincaid South Fork School District. What a great conversation it was right there. It's our second superintendent we've had on today. And I absolutely love talking to these very knowledgeable folks about their school district. My name's Tim Zalabak, your host of WTIM's Morning Show. Thank you so much to our sponsors, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better at Landmark. You are listening to WTIM, your information station.
The Big 870 WTIM Assumption Taylorville, 96.1 W241 CF Taylorville, 107.5 W298 CD Shelbyville.